Hello everyone, my name is Kevin, welcome back to the channel, and today we are going to be talking about this is going to be a better version of the channel update I did a few days ago, so I can give you guys a better update on everything and let you know what's going on, because I wanted to kind of give you guys the idea of what's going to be going forward with the channel. As you guys probably noticed, Wednesday, sorry my nose has this weird fucking twang going on in it right now. As you guys probably noticed, Wednesday I uploaded an episode of Subnautica. I did decide to do 2 days a week for Subnautica, which will be Mondays and Wednesdays, and that will continue until Subnautica is done. When Subnautica Below Zero releases on May 14th, I'm going to be doing that 2 days as well. It will be on Fridays at the start. Once Subnautica finishes, it will then be on Mondays and Fridays. I knew I didn't want to do it on Mondays as well, while Subnautica 1 was still uploading on Mondays, because then it'd make it a lot more problematic and I'd have a lot more issues. People might see the wrong series and think, oh, what the hell is this continuation? And yeah, I just didn't want to confuse anybody. So Subnautica Below Zero will be on Fridays until Subnautica is done uploading, and then Subnautica Below Zero will be on Mondays and Fridays. Episode 33, I believe, just went up, which means Monday, Wednesday next week will be 34 and 35, 36 and 37 the week after, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45. I don't know. There's about 15 more episodes to go or so. So it's going to be a while. There's going to be a lot to go. I don't know the exact date. Give me a sec, guys. Okay, so I just went and looked at my calendar. It's going to be ending about first week of June, with about episode 41, which is the week of the 14th. That will be when Subnautica Below Zero officially starts on the 14th of May. And the 48th episode will be going up on a Monday for Subnautica. So that Monday will also be the first week where 2 episodes of Subnautica Below Zero are being uploaded, because I feel like that works a little bit better. That being said, I also want to talk about other stuff besides Subnautica Below Zero, so we're going to be doing that right now. So, as you guys know, Ark Gotta Tame Them All has been on hiatus for a while. Dalton and I are actually working on figuring out when we're going to be back to recording that. I am looking into getting a new job, so that's probably going to help. Being able to have a differentiating schedule on a weekly basis is probably going to help me to figure things out a little bit better and try to have more time for me and Dalton to record, especially because hopefully I won't work every fucking weekend. God, I'm so tired of working every weekend. But hopefully I won't be working every weekend, which means I'll actually have time to record on the weekends, time to play video games on the weekends. Dalton and I haven't played video games together in like a few weeks because we just don't have time. We legit... He works during the week, I have school during the week and during the weekend, and I work during the weekend, so we just don't really get time to play, which really sucks. But I figure, I'm like, well, if I get a new job, which I'm looking at new jobs for a very specific reason, which I'll get to later. If I get a new job, then I can have a differentiating schedule, and I can actually start taking time to focus on more things with the channel. That also goes into something else I want to talk about, PC content. I'm going to be looking at editing and recording software very soon for my PC, so I can actually figure out what I want to do. I might even get the stuff so I can record my PS4 and potentially Xbox One content onto like a drive that I can plug into the PC and then edit there and then upload, so the content's a little bit better. I don't know for sure if I'm going to be doing that yet, but it is always an option. And then we're going to be doing Raft and some Minecraft series that we have not fully decided on. But the Minecraft series will not be coming out until the first part of the Caves and Cliffs update comes out. That is our decision. That was what we decided on. That will be on Wednesdays, and Raft will be on Mondays, most likely, I think is what I have it set up as. The big reason that we don't want to do... Because we were going to do 7 Days to Die, Raft, and Minecraft. That was the 3 options we had. We were going to do all 3 of those. The reason we're not going to do 7 Days to Die is because we're trying to find our way back into the game still and trying to get more comfortable playing the game, and right now we just aren't. And I don't want to have content that I'm not going to be proud of. because Dalton and I need to really figure out how we want to play the game and start figuring things out and getting better at the game to actually enjoy the game a little bit more, especially because we're going to be recording content on it. We don't want to be not enjoying the game because then you guys won't enjoy watching it as much, and that's always a big thing, is you always want to try to make content that you enjoy, because if you enjoy the content, the people watching it are going to enjoy the content a lot more. But back to Ark Goddamn Mall. Our goal is to get back into that very soon, hopefully very soon at least, when we can find time to record, finish up on Crystal Isles as quick as we can, move on to Ragnarok, move on to Valguero after that, move on to Aberration, Extinction, and then go into Genesis War Part 1 and Part 2. After we finish God of Tame Them All, we are going to take a small break between content for Ark because we don't want to get burnt out on the game. We're going to take a small break, and then we're going to come back and do boss fights, I think is what we decided, is we're going to do the boss fights in a different sort of way. We're going to go back through all the worlds we've already played on, but we're going to start with whatever the first boss fight chronologically in the game, technically it's supposed to be, and go through to the final boss fight in Genesis Part 2, and try to do them all as best as we can, and hopefully survive the boss fights as best as possible, trying to fight every tier of the bosses of every single boss. The biggest issue with that is trying to get all the supplies together and everything, because the big problem is things like the Rex hands and the spinal sail and all that sort of stuff don't carry over. You can't carry those over. So we have to actually go into the things, gather up all the supplies, and then go do it. And also go to the caves, which we're bad at doing the caves if you guys haven't noticed. If you guys have ever watched us go through the cave, I think we've done it on one series. We're terrible at it. We're fucking horrible. Now, granted, on non-dedicated servers, they can be a little bit glitchy. Caves are a little bit fucked. Basically, the minute I go into a cave, it teleports Dalton in. The minute I go out of a cave, it teleports Dalton out. And it can be a little bit screwy and just fucking broken. So we don't go in caves a whole lot for that exact reason. I'm going to, I think, go into all the caves on Crystal Isles in my own time and just go get them all myself, get everything for it really quick myself, get it all done, go have everything collected for that, and then we can move on to that in a later video. We might do the boss fights on Crystal Isles before we move on from that map, just because then we can get it done. Because the Crystal Isles boss fights aren't part of the actual stuff. Same with Valguero, but Valguero, as far as I know, has bosses that are on other maps. Ragnarok has bosses that are on other maps. So we don't really need to focus on those ones out of that main kind of stretch. Both Crystal Isles we do because it has a specific boss that is not on any other map. So we're definitely gonna do the Crystal Isles boss fight before we leave Crystal Isles is the thinking, is the mindset we have. And then once we're done with that content, we're gonna prep to get Ark on PC and figure out everything we want to get. And we're gonna mod Ark on PC. We decided that this was what we kind of want to talk about, and this is something that's been on our minds since we started God of Tame Them All, is doing a modded season 2 and going through mods and doing the same thing we've done with the first game, with the actual game, in modded. And we are kind of looking at it right now, and we think we've kind of narrowed down a few of the mods we want to do. There's a lot of mods that add in a lot of dinosaurs. Like, if you guys have not seen the modded stuff that Ark has, it is absolutely insane. So we're going to be doing some of the modded stuff, and I'm very excited, and we've kind of decided on it, or at least I kind of have. And the first modded series it looks like we're going to be doing is Dino Overhaul X, sometimes shortened to the Docs mod. It's fantastic. I'm watching Syntech play right now, and I absolutely love it, and I really, really want to jump into it and do some of the crazy shit. Other mods we're looking at are Pugnacia, Anunnaki Genesis, and there's a fourth one that's name is slipping from my mind right now, but there's a lot of different mods that Ark has that add in a lot of unique dinosaurs and a lot of unique creatures that you can tame and that you can't tame and will just fucking kill you. And I cannot wait to see both of those iterations, both the murderous psychopath dinosaurs and the creatures that we can't tame, and then the creatures that we can tame, or the creatures that we have to raise up through an egg. I'm enjoying the hell out of watching him play docks, and I cannot wait to jump into it myself, and most likely have me and Dalton die a million times. That being said, we will be probably doing the keep inventory mod on, just because, like I've said with the stuff on God of the Team Mall that we're doing now, it sucked. Losing all of our shit when we started Crystal Isles because the game kept crashing fucking destroyed us. It really destroyed our mentality going into the game and making us not want to play it as much. And I think it was because we jumped into Crystal Isles so quick after it got released. I think we should have still went to Ragnarok or Valguero and then gone to Crystal Isles after, giving it a little bit more time to kind of basically get ready and get the kinks worked out, and we didn't do that, and it kind of bit us in the ass. And it was kind of the first bit of why we stopped playing is that happening, and it sucks. It does. It sucks to lose all your stuff. Now that we're back up to a decent supply of stuff, we'll be a little bit better off, but it's still really shitty to lose all your shit in a way that you have no control over. Like, I get, like, dying I'm fine with. Like, we die all the time in that game and lose all of our shit. I'm fine with that, but having the game crash like 5 times within a few seconds and losing dinosaurs, losing all the shit you have, losing all of that progress when moving over to a new world, it destroyed all of our desire, all of our excitement for that map. And that was the hardest part of going to Crystal Isles, was losing all the excitement we had to play on it, because I'd seen people play on it in the past in modded series, and so yeah, it was just really tough to lose that desire for Crystal Isles, because it's a great map. I love it. It's beautiful, but it just sucked to lose so much desire and so much happiness that we had going into that mod or into that map. And yeah, so like I said, Dino Overhaul X is most likely going to be the first mod pack we do play. It's a very nice mod pack. It has a lot of amazing creatures in it, and the people behind it have put a lot of work into it, and it's something that I'm very excited to jump into, because modded is something I've always wanted to do with Ark. Modded is something I love in video games. I love modded Minecraft. I love modded Ark. I love watching people play modded Fallout, modded Skyrim. I love playing modded Skyrim and Fallout, except for when it fucking broke on me. Stupid Fallout 4. And I cannot wait to jump into modded Ark. I'm going to be ecstatic. It's going to be great. Other games I'm looking into putting on the channel within the next year, Stanley Parable Deluxe Edition, if it ever fucking releases. I'm looking at you, Crows, and you guys keep fucking pushing this game back, and it's disappointing me. I'm hoping that very soon we get kind of definitive ideas of when it's gonna be coming out. I realize the whole pandemic probably pushed back their schedule, and they were trying to release it on, I think, as many consoles as they possibly can. I know they're trying to do PS4, Xbox One. They're doing a re-release on PC with the Deluxe Edition. I think they're doing Switch as well, and I'm assuming they're doing the PS5 and Xbox Series X/S. I don't know for sure. But I do want to put the Stanley Parable Deluxe Edition, which will probably be played with Jesse, because if we both get to kind of make decisions and stuff like that, it'd be really fun, and just make some decisions on the game. I don't know how much I'm going to be able to do on that for content before it gets really repetitive. I know that there's a lot of different endings, and I want to try to get a few of them at least. But obviously, who knows where it's going to go. Hitman 3, there's nothing really new to say. I'm just going with how the content releases and figuring things out as I go along. We just had the landslide bonus map video go out on Wednesday. Tomorrow's video I have yet to record. I have to record a video for tonight for Days Gone, and I have to record Sunday's video for Hitman 3. I'm a little bit stressed, if you guys haven't noticed. I also have schoolwork to do and work and a lot of shit. God, my life is such a fucking nightmare sometimes. But yeah, Hitman 3, there's nothing new really on content. It's just kind of the same stuff that's been going up. Days Gone, I'm going to try to continue it up and get things recorded more often. I hope. Okay, and last two things on the agenda for today's update video. I talked recently about there's a reason behind me wanting to look for a new job. So, as many of you known, I talked about this in a video previously about my mom's disease, Huntington's, and it's a very brutal disease, and sadly, sometimes things don't go the way you want them to, and no matter how much you want somebody to get better, it just doesn't happen. And with my mom, it's been almost 10 years since she got diagnosed. She got diagnosed when I was 13 years old, and it's so difficult to talk about this. And obviously the hope was that things would come along that would change the way the disease is and would help to find a way to either reverse the process or cure it completely. And sadly, neither of those things is really progressing as much as we would want it to, because it's still a very not well-known disease. It does not get the research that things like Alzheimer's and Parkinson's and cancer get, and it definitely deserves to be getting the same amount of research time, because it is a brutal disease to watch somebody go through. And the best way I can describe it is, I think I described it in that video as well. It's kind of like a mix of like Parkinson's and dementia. You lose memories, you lose muscle ability, you lose talking ability, mobility with your hands, motor skills, all of it. Your body basically shuts down on itself until basically there's nothing left, and you're not who you are. And that's always been our biggest fear, is my mom losing who she is. And it's not us losing her by her passing away. It's us losing her by her losing her memories, by her forgetting who we are, forgetting who she is. It's always been the thing that scared us the most. And the thing we didn't really always think about was falling. And my mom in the last couple of years has had some bad falls, and she's cut her head up. She split her head open pretty bad. She's messed her eyebrow up pretty bad. She broke her nose one time, which we never really got fully fixed because the pandemic kind of happened and it stopped all of that. And we're terrified of her falling and having nobody here. And the nursing company that currently comes in to take care of her here is opening their own nursing home, and we're looking at moving her there because I trust the two people that would be taking care of her there with her life. I trust them completely. I know they take really good care of her. The two nurses that come here would both shift to full-time there if my mom was there. And I like that idea because it means that she's being taken care of by the people I trust the most from the company. And that's always been the big reason I didn't want to do a nursing home, is because I knew that sometimes people don't really give the care to the person that they're caring for that the person deserves. And when I got told that they were opening their own nursing home, I realized it's probably the best solution, and I've come to terms with it. And now it's kind of getting my mom to come to terms with it, and it's looking like by the end of the year she will probably be in a nursing home, which is for her own good, and I think she's starting to realize that. And when she goes to a nursing home, obviously I cannot stay where I live currently because my mom's name is on the rent, and I wouldn't have enough money to pay the full rent and all the bills by myself. So Jesse, because we spend a lot of time together anyway, his house, I'm just gonna move there, and it's further away. I'm not gonna commute 30 minutes every day during a weekend to come work here and then commute 30 minutes home. It's not worth it for me. One, it's gonna kill my gas mileage, or my gas, and two, it's gonna destroy me mentally and physically because I'm gonna be driving 30 minutes here at like 1 p.m., work an 8-hour or 7-hour shift, and drive home at 10:30 or 9:30 home and not get home till about 10 or 11 every night while I'm working out here. And I just don't want to do that. So looking for new jobs closer to where I'm going to be living is kind of my goal right now. And then while I'm living there, basically Jesse and I are going to look for better places because I don't like the place that he lives at right now. It's not the best. And we've talked about it a lot since like late 2019 that we want to find an actual house and then buy an actual house and have an actual house to live in rather than me renting this place or him living where he lives. And that's always one of the hardest things for me is I realized that I wanted to buy a house so my mom could have somewhere nice to be. and she won't even get to enjoy it, which is so fucking devastating, because it's sad to think about your parent going through something like that. But I also realize it's for her own good. If we put her in a nursing home, she has 24-hour care. She's watched. She's got less chance of falling. And if she does fall, she has a better chance of being helped up and making sure that she's okay before, and especially because I work and there's times when the nurses aren't here and it scares the shit out of me to think that, what if my mom falls? Like one time, nobody was here. It was just my mom, and she walked downstairs, which my mom, the way she moves, the way she walks, that was like terrifying to think of. And we don't know why she really did it. She just said, I wanted to get the laundry. And I'm thinking, like, Mom, you don't do the laundry. And it was such a terrifying thought to think that had she fallen down those stairs when no one was here, that would have been it. Or had she tried to go back upstairs before the nurse got here to help her up the stairs, that would have been it. And it was just, the nurse told me that, and it just scared the shit out of me, because I thought of the worst possible scenarios of my mom just falling down the stairs, either trying to go back up them or going down them because of the way she walks. So it's a tough thing to think about. And I know that if she's somewhere where she's being cared for 24/7, it's the best solution. So most likely by the end of the year, I will not be living in this house anymore, and things will be changing drastically with the way I record and the way things are set up, because I don't know how much I'm going to be moving over. Well, how I'm going to be moving everything over and how it's going to be laid out in my new house where I'm going to be living and stuff. So it's going to take some time to kind of get used to it and figure everything out. And I think Tuesday, because Jesse has a job interview out there, I think Tuesday I'm going to go up with him, and we're just going to kind of go through and try to get some stuff out of there and clear it out so we can start getting it prepared, because the faster we get it prepared, the better. I don't want to be sitting here, 5-6 months from now, because it's currently April. I think the place, they said that it's opening in May. I think it could be opening later. I don't remember for sure, but I know I want to make sure I can get everything kind of moved over and ready to go beforehand and have it ready, so I'm ready to go and everything's set up before, don't want to be rushing it, basically. And finally, the last piece of news, it's a lot more lighthearted, and I want to end it on a better note. Dalton, as you guys know, is my recording partner. We do a lot of stuff together. We do Minecraft together. We do Ark together. We have a lot more stuff going out in the future together. We've done a lot of stuff on the channel. He actually has his own YouTube channel, and he has not done anything on it in a while. I think the last time we did it was an early PS4 Minecraft series, I believe was what he did, or maybe Ark. I can't remember for sure. But basically, he is going to start focusing on his channel more often, meaning he's rebranding it and doing a lot of stuff for it. So what I'm going to do is, when he has it, I will update you guys again, and I will let you guys know what it is, and I'll link it in my channel section so you guys can go check out his channel and stuff like that. And he'll be putting content up on there, and that way you guys can kind of get to enjoy it and see the stuff that he's going to be putting up as well. I think he's going to be doing some Ark stuff from his point of view, rather than just mine. So if you guys want to go check out an episode from a different point of view, you can. And I think once we do Raft and Minecraft on PC, we're also going to be doing that on from his point of view. I think is what he's going to be doing. And yeah, so when it's done, when he's got it updated and we figure everything out and the new name and everything's all figured out, I'll let you guys know what it is. You guys can go check it out and stuff like that. And yeah, so I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I'll see you in the next one. Stay golden. Peace.